Greetings everyone and welcome to the state of my account for July 2023. Just taking a look at my profile right now. I have all Sith in because I am actually working on a prestigious quest. They started moving along at some point for me and I'm working on the Sith quests. I only have 5 more squad arena matches to win with Sith. That I don't know which the next one is. But I also finally got past that Boba Fett one because I took out the Wampa requirement. Now I just need Greedo's payout 500 times. So just an interesting little tidbit. But this is the video where I talk about what I'm working on, what progress I've made in the past month, and what's coming up ahead. So hope you enjoy. So I'll go to my favorites in a second, but mainly what I've been working on for the past month, or ever since we got the requirements for Leviathan, are those requirements, and I am almost done. I have both the R9s, I have all these other R7s, I have Sith Assassin R5, but I have Darth Maul at Relic 5 right now, needs to go to Relic 7, but I'm kind of torn on all my signal data, because I have some. I could probably use crystals and get enough to take him to 7, and then I would need like one more energy refresh, and then I could get him there. But I'm at a crossroads for it because my guild has finally finished Reva, and Grand Arena lock happens in a few hours, less than 12 hours, so I don't know, I might just be able to get her to Relic 3, and I don't know if I can spare all this stuff for Relic 5, definitely not higher relics, but I wish I just knew when Leviathan was coming. But I wanted to activate her in this video. So there she is at long last, the one I've been without for several months. I forget when the best guilds got her. It might have been January or February, but it has been months that I've had to deal with her without her on my own. And yeah, it's been kind of annoying. However, I am very satisfied that I was able to reach top 100 for the first time ever, even without this pseudo Galactic Legend character. I just did that video on the 7 deadly teams and who's basically Galactic Legends, and her team is obviously right up there. I think go all the way to 13. I didn't scout for gear, but like I have so much gear right now. I have more gear than a whale, even though I don't spend money, and that's because I use all my currencies and resources every day. So for Grand Arena, I want to at least be able to use like a level 3 Datacron. So I'm going to take her to Relic 3. And then if we somehow by a miracle got news before the end, before GAC lock, and I could take her higher, I will. But yeah, I have enough to... I can't see. I think I have enough to maybe get her to 5, but I don't know. And I do have enough for all the Zetas, and I'm just going to give her the leadership Omicron. Yeah, this. I am on the leadership, right? Deathmark, yes, that is the one. And I'll mod her later, but I kind of find it satisfying to watch upgrades, so I think some other people might. Not that one. And what I don't want to do is click too fast and actually apply an Omicron that I don't want. But we're good there. Impatience. It's just a 3-level ability. I'm definitely going to use her on offense because, you know, Relic 3 Reva, not exactly intimidating. Okay, so there she is. She is Relic 3 with all 3 Zetas and an Omicron pending Relic 5. I don't know. But the rest of my favorites is Darth Maul still. That's the last Leviathan requirement. Really wish we could hear for it. Chief Nebbit replaced Ewok Elder, because when there was a Ewok Grand Arena, or no, Galactic Challenge, I accidentally forgot that I needed him to request those data pads, and I took him to Gear 11. But Chief Neva at Gear 11 still needs that, so I can still request it from there. You can't request stuff from the scavenger. So, I actually need someone that needs the gear piece to request it. Just slow farming, really slow farming these cow requirements. Like, I was never going to be able to get him first go around, and for the second go around, if it's like Grand Inquisitor, it'll be in 6 months. So I want to start doing the 25 refresh on their nodes, but with Leviathan requirements, I was putting every spare piece of crystals I have into that. And I'm actually stopping or putting a halt on normal energy crystal refreshes, mod crystal refreshes, and ship crystal refreshes until I have both Leviathan lockdown and Reva taken care of, because it's just too valuable, and I'm able to farm all these shards in the meantime anyway. And otherwise, I just farm light side 7B. And oh my god, this morning I had 971 of these, so I guess Reva needed 400 of them, but I had plenty. And then for the dark side Chirotech, I have a lot. Let's see what I'm down to there. It's on 8A, I believe. Yeah, 730. So I still have a good store of them, but like, I don't know, you feel like you're in such a good spot with Chirotechs, but then just one character takes 400, which is crazy. So I guess it was 300 of the computers, 400 of the shock prods. But yeah, really anticipating that Leviathan right now. And since Leviathan is on my mind and relic materials are the bottleneck, I just wanted to take a minute to show off my relic scraps. And I'm actually only held back by signal data. As you can see, I have 1,000 bronzium wiring, and I still already completed most of those requirements. I just converted to exactly 1,000 just a minute ago. But I'm like farming 7B light side, and then only the fusion furnace node in fleet really gets you the bronzium wiring. So definitely try to do those nodes when you have spare energy if you're an endgame player and not farming a bunch of character shards. Chromium transistors, never an issue. You just have those things, and just, I don't know, so much. Rhodium heat sinks, I can just get them as needed by converting the hollow projectors. I got 457 right now, and those are a great buy with the raid currency. Electriums are going to start catching up to me eventually. Still haven't yet, but this is only enough for like 6, like R6 plus conversions, and after that, I mean, I got a lot of these. I can just convert them from that. But and Zinbitals, this is what I buy with Mark III raid currency, and this is piling up. Even because I don't know, I just get it even if I don't need it. Before I would just convert on an as needed basis. But I love being able to save these Gear 12 Plus pieces and just buy those directly for a good deal. Same with the impulse detectors, I do buy some of them. They're harder to come by, a little bit more expensive, but I do have enough for an R8, which I'm not even playing on an R8 right now. Well, except Reva, I guess. And the Gerda keypads, farming this node just gets me ready. I could get an R9, which I don't know, I might do Reva R9, but her stats are still bugged at R9, and it's not showing the full protection boost. And just wanted to talk about this guy for a second. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. In my opinion, he does not disappoint. He's a great character. I don't see him creating his own team. He's just going to be a support for Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Knight Revan, or Jedi Master Luke, which I'm fine with. They need plenty of help. Right now, a lot of times in 5v5, I just put them all on the same team just to take out a Galactic Legend. But if I could like split up into 2 teams, that'd be fantastic. He bolts any like good counter the Jedi do, he makes it better, which is just awesome. And the fact that he's only a Jedi tag, I kind of like that. You're not trying to get too fancy with him or make something creative. If it was like Rebel Fighter, or Oof or anything, I think that wouldn't make sense. And from a game perspective, I wouldn't really enjoy it. And I think I'll get him probably the second time he comes around. If it's like 3 months, I think I could probably be ready. I mean, I'm already making progress on the shards with slow farming. And once I start doing the 25 refreshes, I'll get there pretty fast. And you only need them at Gear 12, which is amazing. And at that point, the only bottleneck for me is just like Chirotechs, which by then I think I'd farm up plenty. If it's in 6 months, just like Grand Inquisitor was, then that'd be awesome as well. I would easily get him. Talking of Jedi Knight Cal makes me remember Grand Inquisitor, and that we don't have his event yet in the Journey Guide. It really should be. It's been over a year since he came out, so they absolutely need to put him in the Journey Guide. People missed out this last TB. Like, the phase just ended where, unless you're stalling out hard, the phase just ended where you can do the Reva mission. And in our guild, we were like, okay, guys, we need to make sure we have a high win rate because there's a bunch of people that would have been able to do it. Or, like, we only have, like, 8 that don't have Grand Inquisitor yet. Those 8, most of them, I think, would have been able to unlock him. And that would have helped out, give us... and we have some members that didn't unlock Reva at the same time as us. So we missed out on some Reva shards for them, and that could end up a whole 2 weeks delay in the end if they come just a few shards short at some point. So that's, I don't know, that's really dropping the ball. Like, people were anticipating him coming back, and he just isn't. So it's just very sloppy in my opinion. And I don't know how long a coming soon tag is correct, but it's gone from, the Leviathan event has gone from scary. I don't think it'll ever be ready to, can I just know when it is? They said you need to be ready for it right away. I think that was the exact wording, right away. You need to make sure you unlock the Fury class Interceptor the first time. So the only way that could be technically correct is if it's before the next conquest, which would mean we get it at the end of this week, before early next week. In a very stretched interpretation of right away, it would be as long as it's before the end of this next conquest, where people could get extra Fury shards. But then some people would be able to buy in shipments and put them over the top. So it's just weird wording, and I don't know, it's just the writer not taking great care in the way that they present that information. But we really should have had information about it by now, and have known that it's coming before the next conquest. So just wanted to pop into Territory Battle. We're in the middle of it right now. My guild is on Kashyyyk, Dathomir, and Kessel. Kessel's R8, these are the R7s. And we got these nice new tools to look at everyone's contribution. But I don't think they're, like, working correctly. Because if I sort by completed waves, and I have 8 completed waves, it puts me at rank 29. Right below someone that has 7 completed waves, and above someone with 6, and that's just for Dathomir. So I don't know why. I mean, that is like rank 1, like tied for rank 1. That's all the possible waves. This guy's rank 1, 7 out of 8. I don't know, maybe it just doesn't refresh. It's sorting it by actually territory points, now that I look at it, that you put in the zone. So if you didn't put them in the zone, no completed waves. But when I still am doing it completed waves, it's still doing that. So it's like bugged or something. Like, what the heck? I don't understand. And then if I go to, I think I deployed on, yeah, I deployed on Kashyyyk, so it puts me at the top there. The 2 I didn't do, that's the Wookiee mission. But it's kind of cool to see who is doing well overall in all areas. Okay, I'm number 2 in total territory points. Total completed waves is what I really try to get the best in. So right now I am doing the best in that, 75 out of 93. And I've only dropped 1 wave, or so 2, the Geonosis ship mission, and then 1 other wave that I attempted. The rest of them are combat missions I don't have access to because they require crappy characters or something that I don't want to gear up, or that I can't look up right now. So it's going pretty good. And how have I been doing for ops? Okay, 24. It's not too bad, I guess. Rank 14. So not too shabby. We are basically, we're going for, I think 36 stars, and then we're not really pushing harder than that. The last couple territory battles, I was really busy moving, so I just kind of did the bare minimum, and it didn't really affect our stars. But this territory battle, I've had enough time. I've liked to do the waves manually as best I can, try to get as many waves as I can. And we pretty much stopped. We finish all the R8. I think when we end, we're in the R8 dark side zone, R8 light side zone, and then just poke through into the R9 middle zone. But it's like, there's no incentive to go past that. R9 is so restrictive. Like, like normal players, they're not gonna build up a ton of R9, so the natural stopping point is 36, around 36, high 30s, like low 40s, I guess. I mean, you can just go into those zones and deploy if you're actually like absolutely killing it. But that's, I don't know, that's not fun. It's just kind of a weird structure to this territory battle. But I still enjoy it. I'm not like super tired of it. I kind of enjoy Dathomir, which I don't know if it's weird, but when everyone's coming back, it's kind of a nice puzzle for me. And it's less punishing when you make a mistake just because everyone is going to come back. So I'm really enjoying it. Someone was saying I need to have more territory battle content, but whenever I did that before, it took a long time, took a lot of effort. It was me trying to show what works in zones, but I probably wouldn't do like a tutorial. It would just be kind of like a, I don't know, a let's play almost. So maybe I'll do that at some point in like a live stream once I have time and figure out how to do all that. But yeah, that's our TV progress. Oh, and I was just about to say that that's all I have, but then I remembered I did make some other developments since last time, and it's Tuskens. And you've seen them on my defense in Grand Arena 3v3, but I got Warrior, Chieftain, and Tusken Raider up to at least R5, and Warrior up to R7, so I can actually use them with their good datachron. And I did apply the Omicron to Tusken Raider. That is by far the best comp. It's better than both at Son of Django. And as you know, if you watched my Grand Arena yesterday, it cost me a whole match because I couldn't get by them with Jedi Master Luke, which was just, I don't know, it was borderline traumatizing in the moment. It was just like, oh my gosh. And it's because my opponent, I have almost the perfect datachron setup. I have the right level 9, I have the right level 3, but I was not able to get to the right level 6. Actually, now that I think of it, maybe I can get one more go at it. Okay, 50k. I don't have 50k. I tried to re-roll this level 6, but the one you want, where is that? The one you want is the one my opponent had, which really did the end. Whenever Tusken Ally critically hits an enemy, you gain 1% turn meter, and then whenever they take damage over time, allies recover 10% protection and gain 5% counter chance. If a Tusken Ally is active in a leader slot, all enemies inflicted with damage over time effect can't recover health. So that just killed me, even with Jedi Master Luke. I had so many dots on me, they'd heal up all the way, they had so much protection up from the level 3. So that is, like, hands down the slam dunk combo. And I knew that, and I wanted to go for it, but it just didn't work out, sadly. And I wasted so many level 2 reroll mats on that, like a couple of 80 rerolls, which if it's your first reroll, that's enough for like 8 attempts. So it's just weird. Like the reroll thing for abilities is kind of annoying. But yeah, Tuskens, they are something else I need to work on. Once I have Leviathan and Reva done, I want and Tusken Shaman at R5 for 5v5. But I just had to take a temporary hold on that because there are more pressing matters to attend to. But now I think that is it. Really happy to get Reva. Still need to work on her low relics. And I do need to mod her after this video, but at long last, I have Reva. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this account update. This is Sanjita, signing off.